Alright, hello. Good day everyone, Sir Howard here. Welcome sa panibago nating lecture dito sa Positive Psychology, where today we are going to talk about the positive psychology of gratitude. Meron akong video on gratitude in my YouTube channel, pero hindi siya related sa positive psychology. Although it still talks about gratitude but not in the context of the field. So itong lecture video na to, magandang panoorin to in the context of the field of positive psychology kasi yung mga sasabihin ko dito lagi kong i-relate sa field na pinag-uusapan natin in this lecture series which is on positive psychology. So you can watch that video rin naman, pwede rin. Pero kung after ka talaga sa gratitude in the context of positive psychology, this is the video to watch. So anyway, gratitude is defined this way by Preußer, very old very old definition. It came from the Latin word gratia. So yung gratitude pala galing sa word na gratia. So when you hear the word gratia ng Diyos o naka-receive ka ng gratia, ibig sabihin these are good things that you receive without any effort. Something that you did not deserve, something so good you did not deserve, pero natanggap mo pa rin ng libre. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng grasya. So that means, yung sweldo mo every month, let's say you are an employee, sumweldo ka ng let's say 20,000, hindi siya, hindi ka makaka-feel ng gratitude kasi pinaghirapan mo yun. So gratitude is felt when you receive something that is so good, which you did not even work for, or even deserve. A more modern day definition of gratitude, kasi luma na tong 1976, this is the way it's defined in the literature by Maculo and others. When one has obtained something from another person that is intentional, voluntary, and altruistic. Sa simpleng Tagalog, merong nagmagandang loob sa'yo, ginawan ka ng mabuti, or binigyan ka ng something na again, walang kapalit, hindi mo deserving, then makaka-experience ka ng tinatawag na gratitude. Now, one thing about gratitude, hindi ko lang nalagay dito sa slide, no, but it's very important to take note. Gratitude can be used as an emotion, it can be used as an action. So, ang gratitude, emotion yan. Pwede kang maka-experience o maka-feel ng gratitude. Although, when we talk about gratitude in the emotional level, we often use the word grateful. Yun yung right term doon. If you're using it as an adjective, I feel grateful. Kapag gagamitin mo naman yung gratitude as a verb, as an action word, gratitude yung gagamitin mo na word. So, sabihin mo, I want to express my gratitude to you. This person needs to express more gratitude to his parents. Okay? So, grateful, adjective, gratitude, action. Pero, ang bigger story dito is gratitude can be an emotion. It can also be an action. Okay? So, given that, I want you to recall a moment in your life where you received something from someone that you did not even deserve. Whatever that be. Siguro, binigyan ka ng pera na hindi mo naman pinagtrabahuhan, or binigyan ka ng regalo na gustong-gusto mo na hindi mo naman deserving. So, if you are a normal person during those times, anong tawag mo sa naramdaman mo sa taong yon? You felt grateful for that person. Okay? So, gratitude is a very busy area of research in the field of positive psychology. As in, you go to psych articles, i-type mo lang yung word na gratitude, ang dami mga studies na nagawa na sa issue o sa topic ng gratitude, no? So, if we are going to summarize all of those studies on gratitude, more or less, we can come up with this model. So, I'm sure marami nang nai-stress dyan. You don't like to see these kinds of models, no? But don't be so stressed out kasi ang point lang naman nito is there are many positive effects of gratitude. Ayan. So, yung mga bilog-bilog na nakikita nyo dyan, ito yung mga magagandang nangyayari when people express more gratitude. Good things happen to us emotionally, in our personality, social life, so on and so forth. But, ito ang gusto kong i-highlight, kahit ano pang magandang nangyari sa'yo out of expressing gratitude, all roads lead to happiness. Also known as, in this subject, subjective well-being. Kaya pinag-uusapan talaga yung gratitude in a course like positive psychology. Because gratitude is one sure way to improve your subjective well-being. Kaya may application na kaagad tayo dito. No? So, ang application dito is, if you want to be a little bit happier, you want to increase your subjective well-being, one sure way to do that, you need to develop an attitude of gratitude. Now, we can also relate gratitude doon sa model ni Abraham Maslow na hierarchy of needs. Okay? In fact, yung gratitude, we have a need in two ways. We need gratitude in two ways. Number one, we have a need to receive gratitude. Totoo yan. So, meron tayong psychological need na dapat pinasasalamatan tayo ng mga taong ginawan tayo ng mabuti. So, dapat talaga tayong pasalamatan. Need natin yan. But let's not forget, we have to be balanced here. We also have a need to give gratitude to people who were good to us. Because popular culture overemphasize this. Kasi laging pinapataas ng popular culture yung self-esteem natin. So they make us feel so special na parang ang pananaw natin, tayo lang ang dapat pinapasalamatan. Pero hindi natin masyadong naiisip na dapat din tayo magpasalamat. 'Di ba? So dapat balanse. Yes, we wait for people to thank us, but we need to be more concerned about ourselves giving thanks to other people. So dapat balanse 'yan. Okay, so hindi pwedeng puro receive gratitude lang, dapat nagbibigay rin tayo ng pasasalamat sa ibang tao. Now, let's talk about some of the effects of giving and receiving gratitude. Whether you give or receive gratitude, going back to that model, ang sinasabi, maganda ang epekto. Wala pa akong study na nababasa wherein nung nag-express ng gratitude yung mga tao, lalo silang na-depress. Wala. Halos lahat talaga maganda ang nangyayari. So, let's talk about some of these positive effects when people give or receive gratitude. Number one, expressing gratitude improves big time our health, both mental and physical health. And the explanation goes like this. Syempre, pag na-express ka ng gratitude, mag-generate yan ng positive emotions, which is a common theme that we often hear in positive psychology topics. Sinabi ko yan nung self-esteem. Sinabi ko rin yan nung optimism. So, isa pa palang paraan para mag-generate ka ng positive emotions is to express gratitude. So, kung nalulungkot ka, nafe-feel down ka, you feel demotivated, first aid na pwede mong gawin, express gratitude to increase those positive emotions. So, kapag naka-generate ka na ng positive emotions, ano mangyayari? Yung positive emotions na yan, yun yung magpapataas ng physical at ng mental health mo. But of course, in psychology, we are not just contented with that explanation. We need to go deeper. Anong meron sa positive emotions that lead to better physical and mental health? Ang sagot dyan, kapag nag-express pala tayo ng gratitude, tumataas yung level ng happy hormones natin. Diba? I'm sure you can still relate on this from your biopsychology, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins. Kapag tumataas yung mga chemicals na yan in our body, we generally feel good. And there are variety of ways on how to increase these happy hormones. Pwedeng sa pagkain. May mga certain foods na kapag kinain mo, pinapataas yung mga happy hormones. Pwede rin naman through exercise. And of course, yung topic natin ngayon, another way para mas mag-increase yung happy hormones mo is through gratitude. Okay, so gratitude, again, effect number one is good for your physical and mental health. Another good effect of gratitude is, ang gratitude pala nagpapataas ng resilience, also known as in Tagalog, katatagan. Resilience is a person's ability to bounce back from problems or different challenges in life. So may mga tao kapag may mga problema sila, let's say nagkasakit sila ng matindi, or bumagsak sila sa exam, or nag-break up siya sa girlfriend or boyfriend niya, may mga taong bumibigay, nag-give up, may mga taong nagbabounce back. Ano ang difference? Level of resilience. People who bounce back have higher levels of resilience than those people who just give up. Ang tanong, saan ba nanggagaling yung resilience? Ang sagot, gratitude. In what way does resilience, or in what way does gratitude improve resilience? Let me demonstrate. Ito, ano ko lang to, no? Diagram ko lang to, simple illustration. Imagine, yung bullet dyan, yung bala, are different challenges in life. COVID-19, breakups, death of a loved one, hard exams, failing a subject. These are the different challenges in life. Ngayon, itong nakikita nyo dito na nakasuot sa mannequin, ito yung tinatawag nating bulletproof. And what does a bulletproof do? Ang bulletproof, ang ginagawa niya, binabawasan niya yung impact ng bala na tatama sa katawan. As a result, because the impact of the bullet is decreased big time, the body survives the hit of the bullet. Kaya kapag tinamaan ka ng bala na may bulletproof ka, most likely buhay ka pa rin. Your body survives. Kasi nabawasan yung impact ng bullet. Now, you translate that in the psychological world, ganun din. So, we have many challenges in life that can hit us anytime, pero kapag may bulletproof ka, also known as gratitude, studies show na napoprotektahan yung psychological life natin. Nababawasan yung impact ng challenges of life, which makes these challenges very bearable, very tolerable, easier to deal with. Kasi merong gratitude na nagpapagaan o nagbawas ng impact noong bala na tatama sa'yo. In fact, itong simple illustration ko na to, this came from what studies have shown about how gratitude affects our psychological life. Ayan, ito yung medyo mahirap na version. Conceptual model version. So, when you express gratitude, ang nangyayari, tumataas yung mga nasa red boxes mo. Ayan. Kumbaga, ito yung psychological bulletproof mo. So, the more you express gratitude, optimism increases, selflessness, spirituality, empathy, self-esteem. Ano ngayon nangyayari? When time comes na biglang may challenge na darating sa'yo, pero mataas yung mga red boxes mo, what happens? The impact of the bullet will not be that strong. As a result, yung iyong subjective well-being will be spared. Hindi siya sobrang bababa. Bababa pero hindi ganun ka-drastic. Siguro from 10, tapos biglang nagka-COVID ka, yung 10 mo magiging around 8 or 7 lang. Pero kung wala ka nito, halimbawa wala ka niyan, bigla ka nagka-COVID or biglang nagkaroon ng breakup, baka yung mangyari is from 10, yung subjective well-being mo, maging 2. You end up being depressed. You see, that's why it's very important that you arm yourself psychologically with these things, which can only be done when you express gratitude. At ang isa pang implication dito is you need to be expressing gratitude as a habit. Hindi yan dapat paminsan-minsan lang. Because we will never know when those problems will come. Don't you agree? Hindi naman kasi nakaschedule yung problems eh. It will just happen anytime. Diba? So if you are caught off guard, kasi hindi mo habit yung nag-gratitude ka. You were caught off guard. Wala kang gratitude. Therefore, mabababa yung mga yan. Biglang nagka-problema ka, your well-being now is in danger. But if every day you express gratitude from Monday to Sunday, laging mataas yan. Anytime biglang may challenge, your well-being will be highly protected. So again, it makes a lot of sense to practice gratitude every day. Another positive effect of gratitude is it is good for relationships. This is one of the strongest findings we have about gratitude. No, if you want to read more, you can read the paper by Alge et al. That gratitude enhances relationships. Isa sa mga paraan para palakasin ang relasyon ng mga tao sa isa't isa, mag-express sila ng gratitude towards each other. This is what research is saying. So, wag na kayong ma-stress sa conceptual framework na yan. Basta ang pinapakita lang dito is the more people in a relationship express gratitude to each other, mas lumalakas yung relationship. So, contrary to the popular belief na tinuturo ng society natin, lalong-lalo na sa romantic relationship, para daw lumalim at mas malakas ang relationship, kailangan mag-sex. Hindi totoo yan. Alright? There is a psychological way on how to increase the strength of the relationship, the intimacy of people with each other. One way to do that is to express gratitude to each other. But the question is how? How does gratitude strengthen a relationship? Let me use this diagram. Kasi, halimbawa, nag-express ka ng gratitude towards someone, the tendency is Sabi ko kanina, gratitude will generate positive emotions. So these positive emotions will be attached to the words that you say to the person na sinasabihan mo ng gratitude. So halimbawa, in this case, ito si friend number 1. Sinabi niya kay friend number 2, alam mo, mabuti kang kaibigan. What do you think friend number 2 will feel? Positive or negative feelings? Definitely positive. Kasi yung sinabing mabuti kang kaibigan, may kasama siyang positive emotion. So the words said to this person comes along with those words are the positive emotions. So that person who received the compliment feels good. So what happens to this person who feels good? Natural tendency ng tao, kapag nakasense tayo ng tao who made us feel good is to return the favor. So what happens? This person will return the favor, sasabihin din niya, alam mo, ikaw rin, mabuti kang kaibigan, na-appreciate kita. Can you imagine the scenario? Again, sabi nito, mabuti kang kaibigan. Oh, thank you. Alam mo, ikaw rin, mabuti kang kaibigan. What happens? Now, these two people begin to associate their relationship with positive emotions. That's what strengthens relationships. Kapag yung relationship mo, na-associate mo in positive things, you would like to be with that person more. You would like to talk more with that person, which increases the strength and intimacy of the relationship. On the other hand, kung wala kayong gratitude sa isa't isa, puro kayo negativity, 'di ba? Alam mo, wala kang kwentang kaibigan. O, eto naman sasagot, mas wala kang kwenta. Ito rin sasagot, ikaw ang pinakawalang kwenta. Now what happens? You associate the relationship with negativity. What happens? Avoidance. Now, you don't like to spend more time with this person. You don't even want to talk to that person. Therefore, nawawala ng opportunity for intimacy, humihina yung relationship. This is another good article to read if you want to read more about how gratitude strengthens relationship. Maganda rin to, wala lang tayo enough time to read, no? But you can just Google Scholar this. But in this study, yan ang pinapakita. The more couples say thank you to each other, the stronger the relationship becomes. Mas lumiliit yung chance na magbe-break up sila in the future. Which reminds me of a book written by John Gottman, a very popular relationship psychologist. For those of you who don't know John Gottman, ano siya ha? Ang specialty niya is the psychology of relationships, specifically husband and wife. So pinag-aralan niya yung thousands and thousands of marriages, and then pinag-aralan niya ano ba yung mga factors that make a marriage work. Bakit may ibang mga marriages nagde-divorce, yung iba nagtatagal for 65 years. So he wrote those principles he discovered from his research in that book. The 7 principles for making marriage work. And one of the principles is, paulit-ulit niyang kinukwento ito sa libro niya, no, is the gratitude that the couples give to each other. The more the husband and the wife give each other gratitude, it is very predictive of the number of years they will stay together. So mas maraming gratitude ang ine-express sa isa't isa, mas nagtatagal yung relationship. Mas marami namang, on the other hand, kung mas marami kang negative things na sinasabi sa partner mo, mas nagiging mabilis ang pagsasama nyo. Most likely, it will end up in separation or in divorce. In fact, if you read John Gottman's book, meron siyang magic ratio dyan eh. Sabi niya, if you really want a marriage to work, you need to be following the 5:1 ratio. 5 gratitude for 1 negative comment. So, ibig sabihin, kapag sinabihan mo yung asawa mo ng isang negative comment, let's say, hindi masarap luto mo. Ayan. Isang negative comment yon, no? Kailangan mo raw palitan yon ng 5 positive comments. 5 things to be thankful for sa asawa mo. Kapag nasusunod yung 5:1, the relationship gets stronger, it stays longer. Pero pag baliktad ka, 5 negative, tapos 1 gratitude, ilista mo na. It's just a matter of time before you get separated. Okay, so given all these things I'm sharing about gratitude in the context of human relationships, tanungin mo yung sarili mo, when was the last time you have given thanks to someone you are in a relationship with? Yan yung direct application yan. You want to further strengthen your relationships around you? Start giving more gratitude to those people. Magbigay pa sa salamat ka sa mga tao sa paligid mo. Pasalamatan mo yung mga bagay, magagandang bagay na binibigay nila para sa'yo. And this can also be, can be applied to save a relationship that is in danger, let's say on the rocks, yung relationship, or talagang mataas ang negativities nyo sa isa't isa and you want to recover it, one way to do it, start giving gratitude. It is one effective way to generate positive emotions in the relationship which can help you recover that relationship that's already on the rocks. Try nyo. Ganyan mag-revive ng isang relasyon na malapit ng mamatay. You express gratitude. It will give life to it. So in summary, these are the good things that gratitude gives us. Gives us better health, both physical and mental. Nag-i-improve yan ng katatagan natin or resilience, and it makes our relationships happier. Now, let's relate gratitude with God's Word, the Bible. One of the values na talagang tinuturo sa Bible na dapat daw gawin natin paulit-ulit in our everyday life is none other than, guess what? Gratitude. So it makes a lot of sense why the Bible is teaching gratitude, because it's good for our mind pala. Diba? After everything I presented to you, I hope you got that. Gratitude is good for the mind, and the Bible teaches this. Why does the Bible teach us this? Because the Bible knows from the very start that gratitude is good for the mind. For instance, in one passage, Paul said, give thanks in all circumstances. Remember, sinabi ko kanina, gratitude must be made a habit. That's exactly what Paul is saying here. Dapat consistent tayo in expressing gratitude. Hindi pwedeng paminsan-minsan lang. Hindi pwedeng nag-gratitude ka lang kapag maganda yung nangyayari. Kahit pangit nangyayari, mag-gratitude ka pa rin. Balikan natin yung model na yon, nasan yung framework. Diba? Kasi, if you make gratitude your habit, ayan, laging mataas yung mga red boxes mo. So, anytime a problem comes, it becomes so easier to handle it because its impact will be lighter. O, kaya yun yung sinasabi ni Paul, that you need to give thanks in all circumstances, make it a habit. Paul makes sense. One of the most resilient people I know in the Bible, King David. Grabe yung mga pinagdaanan ni King David. Goliath, King Saul wanting to kill him, his best friend dying, si Jonathan, his sons rebelling against him. Pero nakayanan lahat ni David yon. Why? What makes him resilient? Meron kasi siyang mental habit of expressing gratitude. All over the Psalms in the Bible, from Psalm chapter 1 to Psalms 150, ang daming beses David kept on thanking the Lord for His goodness. One example, 9:1. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will recount all your wonderful deeds. Paulit-ulit yung sinasabi yan all throughout Psalms. Mental habit niya yan, which contributed big time to his resilience. Philippians 4:6, another very popular passage. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Bottom line, the Bible teaches gratitude. Why? Because from the very start, the Bible knows that gratitude is good for our mental health, which science later on confirms. So it's always a good thing when you see that science is catching up with the Bible. Now I want to close with what Pastor Billy Graham said about the opposite of gratitude, which is ingratitude. Very interesting, very in line with what research is saying. Ano naman nangyayari sa tao kapag hindi siya gumagawa ng gratitude? Hindi siya nagiging mapagpasalamat. Let's read. I quote, "Today, ingratitude and thanklessness are far too common. Children forget to thank their parents for all that they do." For those of you who are watching, isa ba kayo sa mga tinamaan dito? When was the last time you gave thanks to your parent or parents about the things that they do for you? Common courtesy is scorned. We take for granted the ways that others help us. Above all, we fail to thank God for His blessings. I also agree. Very few people today nalilimutan na ang magdasal bago kumain. Right? I mean, you will agree na the fact na meron kang kakainin deserves some gratitude. Marami mga tao walang makain, ikaw may pambili ka ng pagkain, ikaw may nagluto ng pagkain, ikaw nasa lugar ka na may supply ng pagkain. That is something that we need to be thankful for. And that's the reason why we pray before we eat. Every day when we wake up in the morning, we have a lot of things to be thankful for. Like what? The most basic is the fact na nagising ka pa kaninang umaga. Don't you agree? Kaninang umaga, maraming tao hindi na nagising. Natapos na ang buhay. Maybe, tinapos na ng cancer, or nag-heart attack habang natulog, or maybe an accident happened. Wala na. They will never see life again. Pero ikaw, God gave you another day to live your life. And I think that deserves some gratitude. Let me continue. Ingratitude is a sin, just as surely as is lying or stealing or immorality or any other sin condemned by the Bible. One of the Bible's indictments against rebellious humanity is that although they knew God, they neither glorified Him as God nor gave thanks to Him. In fact, may mga magsasabi pa, after all the good things they are experiencing, wala raw Diyos. An ungrateful heart is a heart that is cold toward God and indifferent to His mercy and love. It is a heart that has forgotten how dependent we are on God for everything. Okay? And I think itong sinasabi ni Pastor Billy Graham about gratitude, you can relate this with spirituality. Let's talk about religion. Bakit merong mga tao negative ang effect sa kanila ng religion? And let's admit that when you read the literature on the psychology of religion, meron talagang negative effect ang religion sa mental health ng tao. Although mas marami yung data that shows the opposite, na maganda ang religion sa mental health ng tao, may mangilan-ngilan na mga tao hindi maganda ang mental health because they practice their religion. Now, how can you explain that? The answer, mali kasi ang take sa religion. Most likely, if you take religion in the wrong way, if you practice religion in the wrong way, you have a wrong conception of religion, negative talaga ang effect niyan sa mental health mo. So the question now is, what is the wrong way? What is the right way of practicing religion? Let's start with the wrong way. The wrong way to practice religion is when you practice it because you want to earn God's favor. Because you want to prove to others that you are morally better than them. Ang tawag dyan, moralism. Pinagyayabang mo lang na marami kang kayang gawing good deeds compared to other people, so you become confident that you go to heaven. Exactly what Pharisees and teachers of the law did in the Bible na kinagalit ni Jesus. Remember that passage? Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees. You teach people to practice religion in the wrong way. You teach people to earn their right to enter heaven. But that's not the case. Ang religion, hindi mo pinapractice yan para ipagmayabang mo na mas mabuti ka sa ibang tao. You don't turn God into B.F. Skinner. You should not see religion as operant conditioning. I do good, God rewards me. I do bad, God punishes me. No wonder, if that's the way you view religion, it's performance-based. You want to earn God's favor, you want to prove yourself to other people, may stress ka talaga. Mapapagod ka. It's draining because it's work-based. But the right way to practice religion is, it's gratitude-based. You do all the religious things that you do, reading the Bible, attending fellowships, worshiping God, not because you want to be a moralist. No. The reason why you do all the things that God wants you to do is because out of gratitude. Diba? Mag-iiba yun eh. Iba yung nagba-Bible study ka kasi ine-expect mo that God will reward you by doing Bible study. Iba rin yung Bible study na ginagawa mo yun kasi super thankful ka what God has done for you. So you want to know more about Him, so you do more Bible studies. That's the difference. And I think the key for you to really practice religion the right way is for you to deeper understand what was done on the cross. Kaya maraming tao, shallow ang pag-practice ng religion. They don't really understand the gravity of what God gave on the cross. Kung ano yung naging kapalit ng pagkamatay ni Kristo sa cross. Very shallow understanding of the cross leads to shallow practice of religion. So if you really want to experience religion at its best, the positive effects of religion at its best, you need to be practicing it in the right perspective. Religion must be practiced in the context of gratitude towards God. So in closing, after all these things I've thought about gratitude, maganda pala ang gratitude overall for our health, no? Physical health and mental health. Ang tanong paano? Paano tayo dapat mag-apply ng gratitude? Common sense will tell you, you simply say thank you to people na pinasasalamatan mo. Although okay naman yon, saying thank you. But studies show in gratitude research that for you to experience big time, the maximum effects of gratitude, you need to go beyond words. Hindi lang dapat puro laway yung ginagamit mo to express gratitude. You need to go beyond words. Specifically, you need to do something to express gratitude. And that thing that you will do to express gratitude, the best language for gratitude is giving. Pagbibigay. Yes. So when you give out of gratitude, that's the best way you can experience positively the effect of gratitude. And again, I remember John Gottman here. Isa na naman yan sa mga principles niya in human relationships. Na dapat kapag nasa relationship ka, especially in marriage, your mindset must be, your priority is to give good things to your partner. Giving is such an important psychological skill. So marami kang gustong ipagpasalamat sa isang tao, what do? You convert that gratitude into behavior, specifically by giving certain things to that person that you are thankful for. In fact, nag-agree dito si Tony Robbins. He said something about this. Sabi niya, some of the biggest challenges in relationships come from the fact that most people enter a relationship in order to get something. They're trying to find someone who's going to make them feel good. In reality, the only way a relationship will last is if you see your relationship as a place that you go to give and not a place that you go to take. Very in line with this book. The more you give to the person, the better the relationship becomes. But just a word of warning. Diba? Again, you have to put giving in the right context. Why are you giving? You are giving out of gratitude. So, i-appreciate mo muna yung goodness ng tao, yung goodness ng partner. At kapag talagang nakita mo na yung beauty, na-appreciate mo na yung goodness ng taong yon, and now you increase your gratefulness, what do? You convert that gratefulness into an action. Now you express your gratitude through giving. Bigay ka ng mga bagay, bigay ka ng time, bigay ka ng attention, bigay ka ng anything special to express your gratitude for that person. Again, word of warning, that's the right context. You give to express gratitude. Kasi baka may mga mamiloso po dyan. Oh. So, basta give pala ng give. But you don't give to take. Iba kasi yun eh. Pwede kasing gawin mo yun. No? Okay, I will give and give. Tapos nag-aantay ka ng kapalit. Hindi ganon. That's not out of gratitude. In that case, you give because you expect something in return. Hindi ganon. You give out of gratitude to strengthen your relationships. Alright? So that's all about the positive psychology of gratitude. If you have any questions or comments, ilagay nyo lang dyan sa baba. Sir Howard here. Until the next lecture sa positive psychology. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.